what's going on out there, YouTube?
Hey, what's poppin'?
This is SCL0320.
It's your boy Joe Johnson 030 coming at you live, representing that J,
V
to the S. You know what I mean?
We're back here again for a review for The Flash, 4th season, episode 2, Mixed Signals. This episode gave me mixed signals. Yeah, this all over the place.
Yeah, you're right.
And I ain't talking about the functionality of the story and plot. I'm talking about the way the episode made me feel. I don't know how I'm gonna rate this, you guys, just because there was a lot of things that just didn't make sense to me, personally. And it was way too much foolishness that didn't make sense at all. Like, you got your glucose here, you got your lightnings with the irises, you got some craziness going on with folks doing stupid stuff. And then you got Barry Allen. Jesus, help me, Lord. Barry is not the same Barry that we've seen. Joe said it best in the conversation me, him, and Alicia had, that the biggest part about Barry Allen is him fundamentally coming through his trauma and it allowing him to progress as a character. Yes, we want Barry to succeed and for him, to have happy moments. But it's an uncanny amount. It's specifically in the last 2 episodes, like, to the level that I don't get. It to me, it kind of changes the dynamics of who he is. Now, I remember season 1 when Barry was how he was before he got his powers and stuff like that. But then, like, listening to the therapy joint, when he was going through everything that he's been through, and they just like, oh, that happened, oh, that happened, yeah, that happened. And it's just kind of like, are y'all watching over that? I don't know. And there's a lot of different relational things going on in this episode. But Joe, what do you think about the episode?
Nah, man, I think you said it's everything that I was gonna say, man. It's just, it's just like, it just kind of makes his character, like, it took all the weight that made Barry Allen such a great character, like, and just kind of just, we're undoing all of that. And so now it's not so much like, you don't want to see him happy or nothing. It's just like he's so nonchalant and carefree, just careless. It's like
he don't listen,
like, just irresponsible and just like, what are you doing, bro? Like it's like he almost lost. To me, it feels like he lost a lot of merit as far as being a hero. Yeah. Because, like, one thing that I admire about his character as Barry Allen is, he has the power to change his past. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But in order to be who he is, you know what I'm saying, he can't use his power selfishly. Yeah. So if you take that away from him, you take away Barry Allen to me, man. Yeah. They give you a lot of the villain. I thought he had a cool power. I think he talked too much, personally. The stuff you're saying is really corny to me.
It was all the way corny.
But the villain, he had cool powers though. And then again, and they have some cool relationship dynamics.
I think that his scripting of his dialogue could have been terrible. If they would have changed that, he might have been one of the most memorable villains because he is very dangerous. Yeah. He's very dangerous. But they tailored it to dumb it down. They're trying to make it, I don't know how to try to say. There's a moment in the episode where Iris and Barry in therapy session, and Iris was justifiably talking about things that Barry was just doing on his own and doing too much of. And then all of a sudden, it skips to, okay, internally, I'm feeling upset because you left me. And, like, that's fine. When that moment happened, I understood it. But it didn't merit the way she's been interacting ever since he came back. Because before, like, all right, he left. She's emotionally distraught. She hasn't showed any signs of that whatsoever. And then all of a sudden it just kind of came out. And it kind of makes her character go like this flip-flop. Because it's like, all right, I understand what you're talking about, what Barry's doing here. I even see it. And then now you're telling me this is something that's another problem. So it loses its emotional pull because it doesn't track well. Like, Barry isn't connected to how she's feeling, and then how she's talking is not conducive of what she's felt before. And so it's like when she had that moment, it was like, I didn't feel it. It's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy. When Guardians of the Galaxy 2, spoiler alert, when Peter Quill found out what happened to his mom with his dad, he had this emotional moment. And then next, there's David Hasselhoff. Like, it was like, it totally lost kilter because it wasn't steeped to a specific track. That's not defeating the merits of this episode, because I think the episode was very fun. It was definitely a lot of crazy moments. I think the funnest parts of it was the dialogue between Gypsy and Cisco, just because it was funny. But it's like, that's not what I look for necessarily in a Flash episode. I want weight and story and meat as much as I want, funny banter and dialogue.
Yeah.
And it's like, if Barry is like Cisco all the time, it's kind of like, where does the story and the meat come from? Like, it can't just come from the villain to me. But, you got any closing thoughts? I don't know what to rate this.
Yeah, kind of piggyback on what you said with that incident with Barry and Iris, like when she said like how she felt with Barry leaving, like it still didn't address the fact that Barry still wasn't really listening to her.
No.
Like they didn't really address that, cause like the dude was just like, no, I'm just gonna take him right, and it's just like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, you just disregarded like everything she said, like, and this is like I just didn't. It didn't track well. It didn't track well. Yeah, you're right.
And it doesn't make sense though, because Barry didn't do that before. Barry always relied on his team, even when he didn't want to rely on his team. He still at least listened to them.
Yeah, and the fact they put a self-destruct sequence in his suit.
Why?
I was just like, nah. This is over the top.
In the car. The freaking car.
The car was over the top too.
And then why is Wally got a Jerry curl, you guys? Why did Joker?
Curl,
okay, he got a perm. He got a perm.
Perm.
I'm sorry. Okay, he got a perm.
Not like a curly perm, like a straight perm.
But why? I mean, they had one moment where Wally was like, "Oh, she needs glucose," but where did he get the syringe? Where did he get the glucose? And like with Iris.
Hospital.
No. And then with Iris, out of everybody, it's like, you need to shock yourself. How they all not gonna know this? How? It just some stuff didn't make no sense. And that's why I'm not gonna rate this episode. I can't. I'm pulling the Alicia on this one, you guys. What you get this episode?
Well, I give it. Oh man, I feel the weight of the world on my shoulders right now.
The weight of the world, though.
That's the first thing I thought of, man.
I feel the weight of the
First
world.
expression I had. But anyway, I mean, it's not that serious, but I'll probably give it. I don't know. I'll probably give it like a 3.
Dang! Oh, flip!
I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
Not even a 4. He said.
I give it a 3.
Last week he just said 4. He dipping it down. Get it together, Flash. Get it together.
Well, you know what? That's fine.
Keep it locked.
They got 3 more episodes till we kind of, get an understanding of where this is going to track. Each time they show, like at the very end of the episode, who the villain is doing all this and propagating stuff. Very talented, I guess, and he's giving people powers. But I don't know what this all means, personally. So, we'll see. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this review. Hopefully you enjoy our reactions. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Sorry, you guys. Peace.